I got paid today, and you know, working at a craft store, 14 cakes of yarn. 14 cakes. And they're all at least 8 ounces. And then I got 3 crochet hooks. Realized I did not film an intro to this video. Hello, welcome to Madz Creates. I'm Madeline. In this video, yarn haul, crochet with me. So the most used sizes of my hooks are 4.5, 5, and 5.5 millimeters. Shut up! My sister went shopping, so she's talking to my grandma now about the 4 cast iron pans she got for $64 at a thrift store. One of those pans costs about that much. Anywho, I got 3 of the Clover Amour crochet hooks. I don't think I have this color green hook yet. I just got a cheap set off of Amazon. It was like $7 for a pack of 8 or whatever. And my most used hook sizes, these ones, the rubber is starting to fall off of them. Completely forgot that I walked away from the camera and I was supposed to be talking to you guys. Anyway, the hooks, the grips on my hooks they're sliding off basically. Let me grab one and show you. This is a hook that I already put a piece of double-sided tape in there, and now I yanked the whole thing out earlier, so it's coming out. So this is what happened to these hooks. I'm still gonna keep these ones because I'm not gonna waste them. This will be my backup. I have to stick more double-sided tape in there though. And also you can see there's a little divot right here where my thumb sits. I got these hooks because the grippies on those ones are sliding off like that, and yeah, double-sided tape helps for a little while, but even eventually then it starts to come off. So yeah, I'm gonna open these up and probably gonna try them out. Only like the 5mm hook though, because that's my main girl. This isn't related to crochet at all, but I got a cute little candle. I got 2 of them actually, if I can be in frame. It is bourbon pecan pie. I have been trying to find a pecan scented candle for over a year now, probably 2 years now. Walmart quit selling pecan scented candles, and it's always like, I think the only pecan version they have is like brownie pecan or something like that, and no, I'm not about that. No brownie pecan for me, just straight pecan. Thanks. I got 8 cotton cakes, Karen cotton cakes, 4 in each of these colors. They're both rainbow. This one has purple, this one doesn't. They're still super cute. I'm gonna mix them, mash them like half and half, you know, because it does say it's a 4-weight yarn, but looking at this, that looks like a 3.5. That's definitely a 3.5 and not a 4. But I mean, I got way too much yarn. I bought a bunch, way too much on purpose. It was only $158. Anyway, the rest of the yarn I got, this is a Karen spice cake. Such a pretty colorway. I'm gonna make scarves with these, and I'll probably sell them or keep them, because, you know, why not? And then is a chunky cake. There's another spice cake in here somewhere, I think. Yeah, so this is a chunky cake. It's just their plain gray to white. Super cute. I thought that would be great for, like, you know, a masculine type scarf, because I know men like crochet too. Like, they like crochet items and knit items as well, but I don't knit. This spice cake, this is another gray and black one. Super pretty, super nice, pretty masculine. This one, another spice cake. It could go either way. It could be masculine or feminine. It's just a really pretty brown with some orange in there, some dark charcoal gray it looks like, a little bit of pink. And this is a tea cake, smoked fruit. Yep, that tracks. Such a pretty colorway. It's like, I don't even know how to describe it. You got eyes. Anyway, this was a tea cake, and all this yarn was also buy one get one 50% off, and each of these skeins were $12.99 originally, plus my employee discount. Alrighty, and this is the last skein that I got. Is a baby cakes. It is Candy Heart. This is going to be for my second cousin. I think she just turned 2 a little bit ago, and she's going to be getting, yeah, a cowl, because, you know, kids are gonna rip scarves off and stuff like that, but a cowl, that's gonna stay on. And I think this will be enough, this one skein. It is 8.5 ounces, so that should definitely be enough for a child-size cowl, because if I make it like halfway between child and adult, it should fit her into her teenage years. And if she doesn't like this color as she gets older, it's only meant for like the first 10 years, I guess. You know, she might wear this until she's 12. Gotta make it first though. This will be definitely on the list. I'm gonna have to make time for it now that I have a job and I'm working at least 4 days a week. I didn't even think I was gonna be making a video for this week. I was planning on saying, hey guys, I'm not gonna be able to make a video this week. I've been working too much and I have plans that I gotta commit to. Anyway, that's all the yarn I got. One more thing that I got, it is a pillow. Super cute. I gotta show you guys. Super cute. I love that witchy shit. I am into that. Tarot, astrology, crystals. Anyway, I got this pillow because I have a black cat. You guys see him, he's a little menace. That cat. Bath time's over. Anyway, him. Yeah, you're on the pillow. Yeah. That's the reason I got the pillow. It's because of him, because I love him, and it's super cute. I got a mug yesterday too. Hold on. The Halloween and fall decor at Michael's, unmatched. This is the mug I got. I have been looking for a mug, like a novelty mug. Yes, that is specifically my own for me, and it's not a set that we have forever. I've been looking for a mug for a while because I don't drink tea and I don't drink coffee, but I do like chicken broth. And broth is really good for you. It's got so many nutrients and vitamins in it. How many of you got nervous with me swinging this around like that? Anyway, yeah, it says the sun on it. And my tarot cards, I have the exact tarot cards that this is from, that this picture is. Let me grab it. Okay, this is the deck that it's from. This is my selenite wand. I just wanted to show you guys. Cleanse the energy. Cleanse the energy. I feel better already. Show me the sun card. No, they're not listening. High Priestess, upside down, and then Ace of Pentacles. I'm not going to be looking at those definitions. I don't read tarot that well. I'm more into the spell making. Here it is. And that's why I immediately recognized the cup. I'm like, oh, I have to get that cup. Yeah, had to get it. And I am a fire sign. I told the lady that when I was checking her out, so I saw a lady buy this first. That's why I was ringing her up. And I was like, oh my gosh, did you find this over there in the Halloween section? And she's like, yeah, it was over there. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get one of these. I'm a sun sign. I said sun sign, not fire sign, like an idiot. I'm sure she knew what I meant, but yeah. Look at how gorgeous. Straight from the thing. This is what the back of the cards look like. Okay, y'all know how I said I wasn't going to read the definitions of these two. High Priestess in reverse. Passion, moral or physical ardor, conceit, surface knowledge. It'd be better if I was in frame. Ace of Pentacles. Perfect contentment, felicity, ecstasy, also speedy intelligence, gold. It's in the cards. This year, this is just a good year for me. This week, this month. I don't know what ardor means. Let me look that up. Enthusiasm or passion. That's what ardor means. Them's good cards. I didn't want to read them because I was scared they were going to be bad. Shall we get to the unboxing? Oh, okay, so this is my first time ever using a Clover Amour crochet hook. I don't even know what brand these ones are, but you can see they are very close in shape, but you can obviously tell this is the off brand. It's the same color as Clover Amour's hook, brown, but this, wow, I hate to say it, this feels a lot nicer. Oh my goodness, this is a lot nicer than my other hook. Anyway, as I'm saying, okay, so on this hook, you can see both sides are flat. Both sides are very, very flat. Now this one, perfectly see against my black shirt. The back right here is curved and the front right here is flat. So it perfectly fits in the crease of my hand right there and my thumb on there. That feels so good. I probably paid, like, even with my discount, one of these is probably the same price that I paid for 8 of those other hooks. Now this better be some damn good quality. Because I know Passionate Kelsey, we all love her, we all know her. This side of my, I feel like this side of my forehead is like bigger, like it's giving Wednesday Addams. Anyway, Passionate Kelsey, she says she's been using her Clover Amour hooks every single day. We know how much she crochets. We know how often she crochets and how much she makes. And she hasn't had any issues with her hooks. So I'm gonna trust them. I'm gonna trust this. But I'm not getting the whole set because I don't use the other hooks often enough for their rubber grippies to slide off. If I have to eventually, I'll probably get those sizes, but I don't use the other sizes enough to get those ones. I'm only getting the sizes that I use frequently. So I'm really excited to try this out. I'm gonna open the other two now. Look how fun these colors are too. Like, that's fun. I like that I wonder if they're all like in rainbow order, because this is 4.5, 5, 5.5. It's gonna be hard to get used to grabbing a blue one for my 5mm when I have a 4mm that is also this exact shade of blue. Oh, it's not the same shade of blue, but they are very close. Oh, on camera they are not very close. Oh yeah, in person they're not very close either. But I mean, I can obviously tell by reading them, for one, or just looking at the finish. One is kind of matte, one is shiny. This is more matte, shiny. There you go, now you can see it. Okay, right now this has just become like a yarn/hook review. I need to actually have substance to this video. Alrighty, well, I guess this video is gonna be me making my cousin's cowl for Christmas because Passionate Kelsey, once again, she has a tutorial for a cowl, and oh my goodness, half of my braid is falling out. I swear I didn't cut long layers. I cut long layers, I didn't cut short layers, so this shouldn't be happening. Oh my gosh, can I not lose my train of thought? Time to get started. I'm pretty sure I lost my train of thought. I was trying to say, like, Kelsey has a tutorial out on a cowl, and I think it's just like a granny stitch, and then it switches to something else. But yeah, I'm gonna try. I don't know if I should make it like an adult size or smaller for a kid, because, you know what, I'll make it the smaller size because yarn will stretch over time, and if she wants to wear it as she gets bigger and older, she can. Yeah, that's a good idea, because the difference between a toddler size head and an adult size head is 2 inches. Okay, let's get started on this little cowl. This shouldn't take very long because it's just one skein of yarn right here. It's 8.5 ounces, 240 grams. 82% acrylic, 18% nylon. So it's got a little bit of stretch to it and it'll be pretty soft. It is very soft. And yeah, I think it was not the spice cakes, because I got those. The other one of the cakes, it's 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and I saw those and I was like, oh, I want this color, I want this one, before I saw that it was 20% wool. I am like the opposite of a yarn snob. I will never use wool unless it's to make dryer balls or pot holders. I will never, ever, 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 ever use wool. You will not catch me using it unless it is for heat resistant items. Even then, I will go for cotton first. Cotton all the way. Guys, look how poorly I cut my pizza. Those are two drastically different sizes. So, do you guys remember when I said I would never use wool? I already bought it. 20% wool, 80% acrylic. I mean, it feels pretty good. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. Yeah, this wouldn't have bought it if I actually read the label. What a silly goose, but the colors are super pretty. Also, here is the finished cowl. Super cute. I didn't add a tassel on it because I wanted to make it easier to wash, put through the washer and dryer, and I feel like a tassel would get messed up pretty easily. I still have this much of the cake left, and I don't know what to do with it because I only needed that for this cowl, and I honestly thought it would take up a lot more yarn than it did. But it was really quick. It took only like maybe hour and a half. Granny stitch is super quick, and it's for a 2-year-old, so it doesn't need to be huge. Plus, it will stretch and relax as it gets washed and dried, so it will get bigger. This is the front, this is the back. Super cute. Good morning, my crochet people. You can kind of hear by the sound of my voice that I just woke up 15 minutes ago, 17 minutes ago. Anyway, so I started this last night with the wool. I'm gonna call this wool even though it's 80% acrylic. It's only 20% wool. To me, it's still
wool. I'm gonna act like it's almost 100% wool because I don't like it. Anyway, I started the scarf. Probably not gonna keep it because is hand wash, lay flat to dry. I don't want to hand wash something and lay it flat to dry because that is a lot of work. Little man, stop it. I'll be pulling out my stitches. I will put you outside. It's actually probably cold enough for you to go outside and play. He can't be out in extreme heat. He's too fat. He'll overheat. Anyway, the whole point of this, since I finished that cowl so quickly last night, I'm thinking about finishing my grandma's cardigan today. All I have to do is put the ribbing on, literally everywhere. The ribbing on the cuffs and the ribbing for the outside. Now the thing is, I only have this much yarn left, so I said stop pulling out my stitches. Now, what I'll have to do is either use a darker yarn that matches or a lighter yarn that matches. I do have a ton of ivory, like, because I overbought, but I don't think ivory would look really good with that. I think it's going to be too light. Plus, my grandma always spills stuff on her white clothes. I mean, who doesn't? So I'm gonna have to go with a darker color, but I also need that darker color for a tapestry. Or I could do like a lighter brown with like my camel color that I have for my project that I'm making. Yes, I love you. I know you want to be near me. Yes, yes, but you cannot keep attacking my yarn. Okay? Okay? Okay. I have this yarn. I mean, it looks pretty good together. They're both warm toned. Is that enough of a contrast? I think so, because this is what I have of the cardigan right now. It's a bit open right here, so I'm hoping to fill it in with a bunch of ribbing, and then the sleeves will be like, whoop, so the cuffs will be pretty tight. Like they're gonna be like kind of like balloon sleeves, just because I made solid tubes and they're quite wide. It's like 66 stitches around. Anyway, yeah, it's a good length. It just definitely needs ribbing all the way around everywhere. And I feel like the ribbing is gonna take up a whole skein. And I need half of this, plus the other 3 for thing else. You know what? We're gonna put a pin in the cardigan until I go to Joann's. I mean, I could go today, because I did get paid yesterday, and I do need black yarn from there, and I could get either a darker yarn to help finish this, or I could see if I can get the closest dye lot. Yeah, we're gonna wait on this. I mean, that's a fun, fancy pattern. I did want it to be like tall diamonds, but it ended up being like this because I messed up in the graph that I was making. Anywho, I guess we will finish this scarf today. I kind of want to start making something else, but that's gonna have to be like an entire separate video because it's gonna be a big project and it's gonna take at least a week. I gotta remember how to do V-stitches. Gotta chain one in between. Yeah, this yarn feels a bit stiff and I don't know. I'm using the recommended hook size, an 8mm. Maybe I should have sized up to a 9, but I mean, it's okay. I could take all of this out and redo it. We're not that far. Why am I still wearing this? It actually feels pretty nice. It's not too hot with the holes in it. It does have a heathered look to it, so it adds dimension, which is really good, cute, pretty. There's also a factory knot in there, so I'm gonna have to trim off these little hair thingies that are poking out because I didn't do it last night. Couldn't find a thingy. Oh, we finally made it to the purple, almost perfectly with the row right here. I wonder if these are gonna be like even rows of color or if it's gonna be changing halfway through. Why am I finding hair in this? I don't have any on me. There's none over there, but you're over there. Guys, he's pouting. He's so sad because I told him he can't attack my yarn. He probably just sleeping. Oh, he moving. Yeah, he's sleeping. He's sleepy boy. Okay, so this is working up rather quickly, but the colors, each color block is about 7 inches, and there's only 5 or 6 of those colors, so that's only about 40 inches. So this scarf is not gonna be long, so I'll either have to undo it and make, like, cut it in half, basically, do half of that, so then it won't be able to be folded in half and be extra warm, but it'll be like a skinny scarf, basically. I'm not even in frame. I kind of been working on this for, 45 minutes. I don't really want to take it apart because I've been working on it, but this is how much yarn I have. This is how long it is. That's not going to be enough yarn to make this a good size scarf. I'm going to have to take it out and make it thinner and less wide. But I don't really want to do that right now. So I'm going to fold this up, this in timeout. And we're going to grab the skein of yarn or the cake of yarn that I did not finish last night, the baby cakes. And I'm going to try and make, I guess, a matching hat and some mittens and see how that goes. Or I might grab a different skein of yarn and start to do a scarf with that. I don't know yet. Crocheting's only fun when you get it right the first time. Okay, so I've decided to start on the beanie first, and normally when I make a beanie it's 40 stitches, 40 chains, and then it's 48 rows, and that fits an adult size head. That is 22 inches right there. Probably it'll fit a 22-inch head and it'll stretch. So for this one, what I'm thinking about doing is making it 35. This is 35 chains right here. See, if this were to touch the middle of the top of my head and come down, it goes over my forehead, and then it'll be able to be folded up a little bit. Or I could make the brim extra long and it can fold down and stretch out as she gets older. I'm just going to get started on this, and yeah, I don't know how well it's gonna stripe because it is half double crochet. So I start with 5 single crochets and then I switch to my half double crochets. I'm also crocheting in the back bumps only, and this yarn does feel on the thinner side of a 4, but I'm pretty sure it's still a 4. So this beanie should only take, maybe 2 hours. I'll be back then when it's close to being finished, and then I'll probably see if I have enough yarn left over to make mittens, because mittens are a good thing to have.
Of the velvet, and then they also had this purple color ponytails as the yarn.
So this is how far I got with all of the pink, and then it switches color right here. Like, you can tell there's overlapping right here. That pink is definitely darker than the peach right there, so that is a little bit of over dyeing, but it's like that throughout the entire skein or cake. I keep saying skein because I'm used to using skeins, but this is a cake. So I'm about to start the peach color, and I have, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows. So if there's 12 rows of each color, I'm not gonna get the whole rainbow in this. That's sad, but it'll be okay, because then the mittens will be like 2 different colors. It'll just be like mismatch pastel rainbow. I kind of wish the color changes were just a little bit shorter. But this yarn is coming up pretty thin, but it is very stretchy, so I'm gonna probably have to make this the same length as I would like a regular adult beanie for it to fit. I mean, I'll measure it, and once it says it's like 20 inches in width, or even 19 because it's gonna stretch, I'll do 19 and a half. And then I'll sew it together, and then I'll take off like 1/4 of an inch just sewing it, or not sewing, I don't sew. I single crochet up my seam. That is either an eyelash or an eyebrow hair. Where'd it just go? Get out of here. But if there's 12 rows of each color, and I do 48 rows normally, that would be 4 colors. Pink, peach, yellow, blue, and we're not going to get any purple in this. But there was a cute little hat I saw where it did like fringe, or not fringe, but it was like a bow type thing on the top of the beanie. I don't know. I will figure it out. I'm not going to do a pom-pom because that will get destroyed in the washer and dryer. I just know it. I don't think I've ever washed a beanie with a pom-pom in the washer or dryer before, but I just know it would ruin it. Okay, I'm gonna get back to watching Passionate Kelsey's new vlog. Today is Friday. I caught it 6 minutes after she posted. The beanie is finished. I think I ended up doing 50 rows, maybe 52, just because it allowed me to. This will fit an adult size head, but if you look at it not stretched out, that will perfectly fit a child's head, and it won't be tight at all, and it will stretch and get bigger as she grows, and she will be able to use this into her child years, because right now she's a toddler. Yeah. And then I still have this much yarn left. Didn't even touch any of the purple. So I'm going to have to do something with it. Yeah, like this much left of the blue. Here's where the blue meets the purple. You can also see it does that weird over dyeing part right there. So I'm probably just gonna snip this off. So I guess I will get started on some mittens. I've never made mittens before, so this will be my first time trying it. Y'all get to see my first attempt at making mittens. Now this yarn does say it's a weight 4. I'm sure I've said this already, but it acts like a weight 3. It's on the thinner side, and I will never be buying this yarn again simply because it does this over dyeing bit. Like, and it's just like this for this long, about 5.5, 6 inches of that one color. Don't like it. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and find a tutorial on how to make mittens, and I'll link that in the description. I'll also link Kelsey's video of the cowl in the video. Hers has a tassel on it, but I didn't want to do a tassel just because I don't want it to get ruined in the wash. Yeah, I don't know what I'll do with any of the yarn that I have left over from the mittens. Not a single clue. I'll probably just add it to my scrap bag, but I have to dig for it. It's under a bunch of boxes in a tote. That's a lot of work, and it's my day off. I'm tired. Matching beanie, super cute. I don't like how the peach and the pink are almost identical in color. Like, they could have just done pink, yellow, blue, purple. They didn't need to add an orange in there, because they also didn't add a green. So if we're taking out all of the secondary colors, then might as well take out all the secondary colors. Well, I mean, purple's a secondary color. Alrighty, it is almost 6 p.m. today. It's the 6th, Friday. The beanie's done, I already showed you guys. I got the mittens done. How cute are these? How stinking cute are these? They're so little, like, they're the size of my hand. Can you see that? Anyway, I made them a little bit big so that she can wear them for a couple years. Probably for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't know how big kids' hands are, how quickly they grow. I was a kid, but I don't remember. Anyway, I have 54 grams of this yarn left over. Just the tiniest bit of blue on the outside. I'll probably cut that off. And then the pink and the yellow. So I guess I'm gonna make a scarf, or try my best at least, just a V-stitch scarf. I'm going to be doing it pretty thin because I don't know how long it's going to end up being, because it takes 200 grams to make an adult scarf, just about. I have a quarter of that, and this is for a child, so about, 3 feet long is how long this needs to be. And if it doesn't work out, I will, dang, the cloud just covered the sun, so now the lighting is terrible. Better if I scoot forward. What was I saying? Anyway, I'm making a scarf. That's the point of me checking in with you guys. Making a scarf, just so I can use up the rest of that yarn. So it is 7:20. I officially have everything done. I've used this entire cake of yarn. Get your butthole off of me. Nasty. Okay, this is the scarf. I want to say it's about 36 inches, so perfect for a child, a very small child. And it's nice and thick for a child, not for like an adult, but like it's thick for a child because they're substantially smaller than adults. Anyway, so look at how cute all these things are next to each other. The cowl is up over there because I threw it because I was done with it last night, and it's sitting on top of my makeshift closet tower shelf thing. Anyway, this is all that I have left of the cake. Literal scraps. These will be added to the little unusable scraps. I mean, I probably could use this blue for something, but this is a lot thinner than regular 4-weight yarn. You know what, I'll still wind it up just cause this one can possibly be used. Or, I could tie on this yellow back onto there, but no, we won't do that. Anyway, yeah. So I've used up that entire cake. One of the 14 cakes that I bought last night. I'm probably going to restart and use up that whole skein or cake, the tea cake of the other scarf that I started earlier today or last night and started working on. And yeah, I feel like I've accomplished some stuff, enough stuff that I can start or restart something. So I feel pretty good about what I've made today, that it doesn't matter if I have to restart something. I'll still probably end up finishing that tonight, but I have to go to work pretty early tomorrow. Not that early. I have to go in at 10:30. But yeah, all 3 of these items, well 4, this is a pair of mittens, I made them today. And yeah, it was really quick. Making stuff for children is really fast. This is the scarf I finished. I am 5.5 feet tall, and my wingspan, it's probably 6.5, 7 feet scarf. It started at this color, peanut butter jelly. It went to the turquoise, to green, to this weird brown, back to orange, and purple. And yeah, this one is the 20% wool. The colors are really pretty, and I like the way it looks. I'm not a huge fan on how it feels. I just am a hater of wool. Like, we used to have sheep growing up. Like, we raised sheep, and like we would go and hold the babies when they were big enough, when it was feeding time, and we'd pet them. Anyway, we also used to trim their fur, shear them, cut their wool off, and then we would I'm pretty sure my mom gave it to some people who spun their own yarn. So yeah, that's a cool fun fact about me. Anywho, yeah, that's going to conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, comment if you feel like it, and subscribe for new videos every Monday. Probably not now every Monday because I have a part-time job that's basically a full-time job, and yeah, I'm trying to crochet, but I'm just so exhausted and I need time to cool down before I can crochet and cool down. Anyway, bye.